Well, here's a picture of the spa in its current shape. The panels are out of it. It's been sitting here like this kind of as an emergency condition. Kind of keep some of the heat in, keep some of the trash out. A little bit of protection is, I guess, is better than none to try to keep kids out of it, but we don't have kid problem around here. What I done to temporarily hold this vinyl up is I went and got a couple of air mattresses, and you see them here, they're laying on the water. That supported the vinyl cover. That was a temporary stopgap method, but it worked. This here is what I ordered from solarres.com. It is epoxy resin. This resin does not have to have a hardener. It cures by ultraviolet sunlight in about 1 to 3 minutes. Alright, what we're doing here right now is the Zero Voc resin is real thick in viscosity, like real thick syrup. So we're using this kerosene heater blowing directly on the can of Zero Voc, and we can get the viscosity as thin as water basically if we want to keep a heat in it. What he's doing is stirring and checking our resin right now to see the consistency. And as you see the consistency right now with this resin, it's getting pretty thin from being heated up. Okay, we've got the fiberglass cloth laid out best we can. This side is not a perfect job because we could not get the material spread out without a few wrinkles in there from the tackiness from the first layer. Like I told you, this was a mistake. And so, good enough I guess, because in reality when we do get done with it, the vinyl of the spa cover itself will cover up all this anyway. What basically I was looking for in doing this project, number one, is for structural strength on these broken panels, and number two, as a solid vapor barrier where this EPS foam would not be absorbing water and getting heavy and collapsing and busting up even farther. And that is the purpose of this project. So right now what we are getting ready to do is to wet this cloth down with resin. Go ahead and pour it out there. This is of the quarter can that we heated up. Just go ahead and pour it off. And in a dry spot there, just turn the can upside down and set it there right on.
Right here?
Yeah. There you go. Now one thing about this epoxy resin that I like about it, if you notice we are in an enclosed garage, the doors are down to where we have no sunlight, no ultraviolet light in this building, and we can work with this resin as long as we need to get it, you know, like we want on wet out. Okay, we got this thing wetted out, got most of the wrinkles out. We still got a few wrinkles, but no biggie. They're kind of minor. It will be covered up with the vinyl. But we're going outside right now to cook it. We got a sheet of 4x8 plywood up underneath for strength right now till this cures, because this panel was busted up in 4 different sections. Go ahead. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, we've let this thing sit out here in the sun for about 4 or 5 minutes to cure out, and we'll show you what we got. Now here's a shot of the bottom side, and if you can see it through the resin, we actually had 4 different breaks in it. And right now we are covered with the resin in both sides, with 2 layers of fiberglass cloth on each side. And we'll lay this back down now, and we'll show you right here, go up, that we are structurally sound. I had these glued up before, those panels, and brought them over here to have the garage to work with, and needless to say, by the time we got over here the glue turned loose and the panels broke. So there it is with the resin and the fiberglass. Hopefully that will do 2 things: not only give it structural strength, but also to encase this styrofoam with the resin as a vapor barrier, because the factory plastic that they used had holes in it, and once the styrofoam absorbed water, the water could never escape. So hopefully all those problems are over with. And when the styrofoam gets wet, it will sag. When we get rain in this area, it dipped down like a bucket, and it held water on top of the cover like a swimming pool, which eventually, in short order, broke the panels into 4 different sections, as you see. Anyway, there's 1/2 of this project that's done with, and now we're on to the second half. Alright, this is what we got to work with. This is our last panel, and as you can see, you'll pretty much see, from start to finish with this one. Here's another one that got busted up. Now the first one we did was busted in 4 sections, and this one just happened to bust in half. So first thing what we're going to do is take some spray glue in this can aerosol made for foam and put these 2 pieces back together. Getting a little bit hard to spray. Can's just about getting low, and to hold it upright. Okay, Thomas. Okay, at this point in time we're glued up with the panel. We got the metal insert on the inside, and this is not 1 but 2 layers of cloth that we're putting on now. And with it being dry without tackiness of resin, as perhaps maybe you can see with the video, that it works a whole lot easier, the cloth, without smoothing out with the wrinkles. It don't fight with you. But it's getting late in the day. We've just about lost sunshine, so we'll put the resin on tomorrow and let this cure out, do the other side, and then bam, hopefully we're done with this little project. Well, we got the panels back in the cover. That was fun. Here's a shot of the finished product. And we looking good. And as you can see, let me get down here, baby, better see. Ain't no flex. We got solid panels off of broken panels, and I'm real happy. Not exactly a cheap project to do. I don't know, I guess I put about $350 in materials in this project. But I just really couldn't see going out and buying a new one for the same quality. And 2-3 years later, down the road of time, wind up with the same results. A broken panel. And as you can see, there we are. Come here, Thomas. Hold that and let me back up. I'm just too close. I'll back up and give you a better view of this. Okay, Thomas, you can go ahead and let it down. Put the smackoli to the top of it now. There you go. And that's that.